Hello everybody, this is Twin Flame. How are you today? I hope you are happy along with your higher self. Today's topic I'm going to present to you might sound strange, but it will be the story of some of you who are listening to me now. So, I hope it is a good time for you to recall your past life a long time ago. Let me get started with Captain Udeka's message. The authorities of the administrators of the planet's spiritual hierarchy. The administrators of the spiritual hierarchy of a planet has many authorities. They are responsible for the evolution of their planet. Also, they have heavy obligations for the evolution of at least 300 million spirit souls implanted in the spiritual hierarchy of their planet. The authorities of the administrators of the spiritual hierarchy of a planet are as follows. Firstly, they are given the authority to select the coat that spirit souls are supposed to wear for their material experiences on their planet. That is, they are authorized to determine the coat of the spirit soul, such as reptiles, humanoids, fish, and birds. Secondly, once the species of creatures or the codes of the spirit soul to be adapted to their planets are determined, they are authorized to modify the course of consciousness and emotions in the species' physical bodies. That is, they have the authority to readjust the detailed conditions of the species to the characteristics of their planets. Their authority can be compared to the right of car buyers to choose car options and to tune the car to their taste. Thirdly, they have the authority to select the species of plants and animals to be implanted on their planets, in line with the living creatures set as the planet's dominant species. They are empowered to coordinate with the team of the Tree of Life in the Light installed on their planet for the details of the plants and animals that will be implanted onto their planet. The administrators of the spiritual hierarchy have enormous power to adopt plants and animals optimized for the natural environment of their planets. Fourthly, they have the authority to introduce additional intelligent creatures to their planet. For example, the humanoid or reptilian species can be further implanted onto a planet inhabited by two dominant species called unicorns or centauri. Fifthly, they have the authority to design the roadmap for their planetary evolution. This mission is not only the best area in which they can manifest their true characters and values as the administrators of the spiritual hierarchy, but also their most important roles in the aspect of their management of the planet. The administrators of the spiritual hierarchy have the responsibility and duty to operate the planet stably, providing a natural environment optimized for the ideal evolution of the spirit souls that will experience the material world of their planet. The planetary administrators who need to plan the roadmap for the planetary evolution are given many authorities, including the decision-making power. When the roadmap for the planetary evolution is planned and designed, all the administrators of the planet's spiritual hierarchy gather together for numerous discussions and conferences, and have to go through a long time of agony and deliberation, through which they can complete their mission to set up the direction and roadmap for their planetary evolution. Sixthly, if they think there is a lack of spirit souls experiencing the material world of their planet, they can request the additional recruitment of spirits through the heavenly government, which is a higher dimensional organization than the spiritual hierarchy of a planet. In addition, they have the authority to reject the request for the immigration or transfer of spirit souls from other planets that have been destroyed or whose spiritual hierarchies have been closed down. The newly introduced spirit souls from other spiritual hierarchies cannot leave the planet's spiritual hierarchy for no particular reason. It is why the administrators of this planet's spiritual hierarchy have the right to decide whether or not to receive immigrant spirit souls. The administrators of this planet's spiritual hierarchy tend to be reluctant to transplant new spirit souls into their spiritual hierarchy from other planets. If it is necessary to receive immigrant spirit souls, only the young ones will be selected. Seventhly, in order to successfully make progress on the roadmap for the planetary evolution, the planetary administrators can be incarnated as their own avatars who are supposed to play roles of civilization changers or game changers in the material world of their planet. They have the authority to directly participate in the progress of the roadmap of the planetary evolution by being incarnated as 2 or 3 avatars at the same time, such as twin flames or triple flames, respectively, in accordance with their cosmic ranks. Eighthly, they have the authority to begin or terminate their planet's civilization. However, the authority to terminate their planet's civilization is very limited and can only be used under special circumstances. Due to the grave defect in the planet's evolutionary roadmap, spirit souls' journey for the material experiences may not proceed smoothly, or serious problems can arise during the evolution of spirit souls. If planetary administrators anticipate the possibility of such situations, they can report the issue to a higher dimensional organization. Once the request for the termination of the planet's civilization is approved, they can proceed with the process of terminating their civilization. Ninthly, the chief executive administrator of the planet's spiritual hierarchy has the authority to reorganize the planet's spiritual hierarchy and to intervene in the personnel affairs of the planetary administrators. This head of the planet's spiritual hierarchy can make a request for additional recruitment of administrators to a higher dimensional organization if it determines that the number of the planetary administrators is not enough for managing its planets. In addition, it has the important authority to replace planetary administrators of the planets. The chief executive administrator of the planet's spiritual hierarchy is authorized to directly organize its spiritual hierarchy in its own way. Tenthly, when a planet is ruined, the chief executive administrator of the planet's spiritual hierarchy must take the responsibility for the destruction of the planet it has operated. The judgment of its liability and subsequent punishment proceed in accordance with the judicial procedures of the universe. The other administrators of the spiritual hierarchy also come to have their own cosmic karmas and become the subjects of the judicial judgment in the cosmic court based on the content of their karmas. In addition, the generous spirit souls of the planet's inhabitants who have liability for the destruction of their planets are to be charged with their karmas, and their fates are to be determined through the judicial procedures in the cosmic court, depending on their karmic contents. The secret of the grand universe and the truth of the grand universe are being disclosed in communication with the heaven and in coordination with the heaven. I, Captain Udeka, leave this message as a record. June 20 in 2019, Udeka wrote. His message was translated by Twin Flame. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.